What I'm most impressed by with the technology is that it is still an oscillating, rotating technology. Even though the whole inner workings of the brush is different based on magnets, but it's still oscillating, rotating technology, and then they've added the micro vibration. So I think all of those combined, the difference in the size and length of the bristle filaments, all of those combined is going to make a better effect for our patients and remove more plaque, healthier gums. I have always been so impressed with the scientific evidence on all of Procter & Gamble products. And so I really like the way they looked at the patient experience. They also had the practitioners do research with the patients as well. So not only in the lab, but with patients in the lab, and then with patients in the dental setting. So I think that's very impressive that they looked at all of those different areas. Well, I think the IO is really a tool for every patient, but certainly, well, I can see application for the IO for every type of patient, actually, and perhaps maybe not very young children, but certainly as soon as they get permanent teeth, putting it in their hands. I think the earlier you introduce a power brush, the better. And so I would say pretty much any type of patient would benefit from using the IO. Myself personally, with wide embrasure spaces, I'm really excited about how it gets into the interproximal more thoroughly. I loved the IO experience. It was interesting what they said this morning in the session about how it guides itself. And I kind of felt that a bit myself. I always felt like with my Genius that I love, I still did a motion to make sure I covered the whole tooth. But with the IO, I didn't really have to do that. And I was asking about the wider brush head, and they assured me that it's really not wider. It's just made differently. And so I was measuring. I said, no, it looks like it's wider. And they said, no, it's actually the same width. But in my mouth, it felt wider. It felt like it had more coverage. And so I didn't have to move it as much. I really enjoyed it. I think it's, I like the quietness of it. I like how it feels in my hand. I love the colors. So I was very, very impressed. I was so impressed with the excitement by all of the development team. And then in every area, I would pick their brains about, like, the guy who developed the filaments. He was so excited about that. The design team. Every area I thought was just so impressive with how much thought went into a power toothbrush.